I'm a little early tonight, but going live with some Valentine fun right there. All right, let me see. What flavor will I choose? I don't think I tried dark chocolate. I'll try dark chocolate. Here we go with my French vanilla latte. And I'm gonna turn this camera around, oops, and hope it stays on me for a few minutes. I don't know what I'm doing. Just disregard. I don't think I can do that. I don't know. Here I am, trying the cupcake. Going live. Setting up. Oh my God, this is delicious. Look at that. This is baked by Melissa. A ridiculous amount of money for cupcakes, but they taste, it's amazing. And we have this problem child right here with us. My Valentine is over there. I don't think he wants to be on camera, but he's here. So bear with me, setting up. Don't mind my chitter chatter as I do. I'm gonna set up the camera. And after I set up the camera, I'll be gone a few minutes while I try to get all the devices on so I can see comments. But earlier today, I was able to make this bigger, so let me try to do that. Hey, Cindy Pokrop, I see you. I know it's early. Just bear with me while I'm setting up here and getting things taken care of with my lovely French vanilla latte tonight. I know I shouldn't be drinking coffee at this hour, but that's what I was in the mood for, so I went for it. All right, so if I disappear for a few minutes, don't panic. I am simply trying to get things set up so I can see everybody's comments. I see Lester is on there. I see Cindy is on there. I saw comments a second ago, but now they disappear, so I don't know. I'll type one and see if I can see it. I see my own. I see 4 people. Can't tell who they are. Could be all me, all my devices, trying to figure things out. Let me try this one more time and see if I can make it work here. There's that. There's that. Okay, hi Cindy, now I see you. I know I see your comment. So let me set this up here. I have backup devices going on. And be patient because there's also a delay here. And I've got another computer to set up before we start, just in case we have any technical difficulties, which actually is my forte. I am very good at technical difficulties. Let me see here. There's Ventress Flamingo. There's Ventress Flamingo live. Let me refresh. And I have to make sure sound is off on all of these. I heard sound somewhere else, but I don't know where. Okay, let's see. Refresh here. Hit Ventress Flamingo. Don't mind me chatting for a minute to myself. You know, I'm also very good at talking to myself. You'll learn that as well. So, I think I see Lester, I see Cindy, I see Jennifer. Okay, so I think I'm live. I think I'm in the right place. Put a comment here and make it live. Hi, everybody. Hopefully you can see a little red paint here. And I'm not seeing all the comments on the iPad, but I'm just not going to worry about that. I don't know why. Sometimes they show up, and sometimes they don't. I'll just drink my coffee and not worry about it. And hope that Lester can figure it out, or I just hope I can keep seeing the ones on the computer. So, in a few minutes, we'll start playing around here and get everything going. Let me see here if I can type a comment over here and make this bigger. All right, I'm gonna mess around with the camera. I don't wanna make you dizzy. Just letting you know ahead of time. Let me try again. There we go. Okay, I just want to make that a little bigger so when I start painting, you can see me. And I'm going to hope not to disconnect you while I'm playing with buttons here. All right, there we go. Okay, we got that. Let's see. I can type. Okay, I'm going to put the camera down for a minute. Again, you won't be able to see anything for a minute now. Don't want anybody panic. I think I just saw Tammy come on. Just bear with me if you're not seeing anything yet. It'll come up in a couple of minutes. I'm just setting things up. Drinking my coffee, setting up paint. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get you back up here to see where I'm going. I see Tisha. Hi, Tisha. Okay, I think you can see my canvas there. Now, as I paint, hopefully I will keep that right in the same spot. I'm gonna play with some chords and get them out of my way. Maybe have less shadow for you. Not sure about that. It doesn't look too bad on screen. Okay, here's the coffee, French vanilla latte. And I'm trying to be good. I even added a little protein to it. So, you know how it is. All right, so I'm gonna just chill while we set up, get ready for 7 p.m. And thank you all for coming. Oh, I realized I just moved the canvas already. I'm so bad about that. I think I'm gonna grab some tape and try to get myself not to move my canvas. Okay, no tape in quick reach, so I'll mark my canvas. My paper here, and maybe that will help me remember not to move it. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, it's 6:58. Just bear with us a couple minutes. Let me see who I can see. Say hello when you come in and tell us where you're watching from, because I noticed we have a couple of people watching from, oh, I just messed that up. Hang on. I'm looking for comments again because, I pressed the wrong button, so now I don't see them. Okay, bear with me. Lost all the comments. Okay, let me see. That is not what I'm trying to see. All right, hang on, folks. I don't know what I pressed. Okay, I need Fentress Flamingo. I need Fentress Flamingo Live. And, oh, bear with me. I lost comments, sorry. I'm trying to get them back. I know Cindy's on here. I know I saw several other people. Give me a minute. Am I not live anymore, Lester? No, I'm still live. I'm not live in the right, there we go. All right, give me a minute. There we go. Getting them back. Now I see them. All right, there. So we said, I see Tammy. Tammy says, "Hey Lester, you cute thing." Tammy, he is really cute. So it's 6:59. Give me just a couple minutes. I see Tammy. I see Tisha. I saw Cindy earlier. It doesn't give me a list of names. There's probably some magic that would make it do that, but I can't figure out that magic, and I'm always afraid to press buttons. And Lester, I don't know if you're staying in here, but I'm not seeing comments on the iPad. I saw the first couple, but I'm not anymore. So I'm just gonna pass this over to you if you play around with it and do whatever you want. But if you see any comments, don't hesitate to tell me people are saying things. And if you decide to go in the other room, that's fine. So it's 7 p.m. Cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Welcome to Flamingo Friday. And I am going to play around and have a good night. It is Friday the 13th. Never a bad day for me. Always a wonderful day. And
just touch the screen and
okay, hang on. Lester's telling me something. No, it's not. There's more comments than that, and it's not showing them. So I'm just talking to Lester. Sorry, just put it somewhere else, please. Thanks. So he's putting it somewhere else for me. I don't want to mess with that iPad because I don't know what it's doing. So the last comment I saw was actually from Tisha Irwin. I see Tammy's. Jennifer Cochran. 8 minutes ago. Let me see if I got this going in the right direction here. Tammy, there's a few more maybe. Oh, yeah, Tisha was the last comment I saw. So, again, type in where you are watching from. And there's big news tonight as you come on and I start playing with paint here. And the big news is, not only am I playing with paint and resin, I'm going to play around here and try something I haven't done online. Should be interesting. I'm being bold and brave, you know. My friend Sarah used to come over to my house and craft with me in Alaska. And she used to always say, I don't know anyone who just goes fearlessly into crafts they have no idea about. Well, that's me. So she used to call me the fearless crafter. So you see me playing here, and that's all I'm doing tonight is just playing around. And I know, I know one mistake I made tonight, but we'll figure it out in a few minutes. So I'm painting. I welcome you all. Flamingo Fridays is just a hangout location. It is just meant for me to be here with you, hanging out, doing nothing but some form of crafts, confection, or, in my world, chaos. So just to have fun. There's no rules. There's no right or wrong. Big thing that's special tonight is that I'm going to do a giveaway tonight. So when we're all said and done here tonight, after the last time I press the button on the live and it says finish and I am no longer live, at that point, I am going to go off camera and I'm going to count up those comments. Every comment you made is going to get a number and I'm just going to go through them. If you made more than one comment, you'll have more than one number. And then I'll go back live just for a few minutes and I will have Lester or somebody, I don't know, I'll pick a number somehow and somebody's gonna win a prize tonight. So, could be you, could very well be you. So on my canvas, I just had some red, some white, some green. I'm sort of teaching, but not really here. Just mostly really just playing around here. I put some dark there. You know, I always tell in my classes, be careful of that dark. It's very dark, and I got my water over here and my paper towels. But anyway, Flamingo Friday is just 45 minutes to an hour on a Friday of us playing around. This can only be as good as you make it. I love that Tammy is sitting at her art table and she's playing around with something, I'm sure. She shared some pictures earlier, some awesome ceramics she was doing. Jennifer, I saw your photo earlier. Jennifer joined us here in Jamestown, Tennessee earlier this week and made an absolutely amazing resin and glass piece. And Jennifer, I'm so glad you shared that. It was just beautiful. And our class was so busy that sometimes I don't see everybody's end result right away. And some of our crafters are brave and take them home that first night. And so if they do that, I miss seeing them. All right, so I'm gonna quick paint the edge of my canvas if I can here. Oops, oh, did you see? You missed what I almost did. I almost put my paintbrush into my coffee water. Would not be the first time I've done that. Would also not be surprising if I drank my coffee water. Anybody ever, my paint water. Anybody ever do that? Guess what? More than likely, you'll live. How do I know that? Living proof, right here. Proof of life after paint water drinking. That would be me. Okay, so I moved my canvas. It might be a little awkward on screen just because I want to quickly try to get some paint on the edge before I do the next thing. Yep, so I'm just going quickly. You guys must have some questions for me. This is question time. As those comments come in, I answer them. Last week, we actually had people try to direct my painting. It was pretty silly. It was pretty fun. I haven't quite finished that one, but when I do, I'll post that back online for everybody to see. We just did a fun, silly flamingo painting just to hang out and be together. But everybody that was participating really shared their thoughts. All right, so what do we got here? The 13th, Valentine's Eve. Anybody have any big Valentine plans? Let's see what comes up. Lester says something about Jamestown in the hood. That's where he's from. Definitely in the neighborhood here in Jamestown. So I had an awesome Valentine. While I wait to see yours, what you're doing for Valentine's Day, whether it's hanging out at home, spending time with loved ones, hiding out by yourself, having your own private Galentine's Day, whatever you're doing. But I had an awesome Valentine. Lester has a really hard time keeping secrets, so he can never wait. When he gets a gift for me, he wants to give it immediately. He can't wait. So he's been cloistered in his office all week, and I was like, oh Lord, what's he working on in there? And so today, he posted what he's been working on in there. And he's crafty too, but not so much with the paint. But what he did was he's into this really cool songwriting thing. And he actually wrote a song for me. I was like blown away. And if you can't wait to hear it, because I'll post it here since I'm talking about it, can't wait to hear it. It's on my personal page. I think that's the only place it is right now. Okay, so I got some crazy background going here. And I'm gonna have to jump up and grab my, I grabbed my heat gun a minute ago, but I don't know what I did with it, so I gotta grab it. So just give me a minute. But I got a background down there. I'm throwing my brush in the water. Anytime I'm not using my brush, I toss it in there. All right, bear with me a second while I find the heat gun. I just had it in my hand a few minutes ago. Right there. Okay, hang on. hang on. All right, while I dry this, it's gonna be a little bit noisy, so just bear with me a minute, because I will turn it right back on. And I'm gonna look at comments while I dry, if I can, because I saw a few things come in. All right, so we're just gonna dry this for a minute. And I see Lester, they want you to sing to all of them tonight. Maybe if we have extra time at the end, we can figure out a way for me to play it on here. I can post the link on here later. I don't know if I can play it on here, but I think I can. I don't know if you can hear me. I think I can post the link. Ooh, Tisha, you went to Muddy Pond today? Or you're going tomorrow. That's a great idea. Maybe we should do that. I love Muddy Pond. For those of you who aren't local, Muddy Pond is a Mennonite community, and they have a country store, several country stores, some woodworking shops, some leather shops, great little restaurant, little shopping place. All right, let me shut this thing off. I can figure that out. Okay, let me see. Did I miss any other ones? Lester said happy Valentine's to me. Jennifer, yep, Jennifer lives not too far away in a really cool place called Little Crab Creek. Let me see. I think that was it on Valentine's. Okay, remember, the more times you comment or share, the better chance you have of getting some kind of happy mail from me. You never know what it's gonna be. All right, so I think I said when I posted that there was gonna be a big heart, because I had an idea. Of course, you know me, the idea kept changing as I went along here. So I'm just putting a big old heart on here, okay? Any other comments for me? Okay, this is so fun. So, yeah, so Lester wrote me a song. It's very cool, and it is amazingly romantic and sweet. So I'm really lucky to have him. And he usually hangs out here and stands by for technology. He has a lot more patience with technology than I do. And let's see, what else happened this week? Of course, we have the crazy cat. So there's always kitty adventures. And this week, the cat has been a little aggressive toward our little sweet 11-year-old noodle dog. We have a little dog. Well, it's not really little. She's like 30 pounds. That came from Alaska with us. And she's here with us, of course. And now we have this crazy cat. Okay. Tammy says, I better hold on to you. You saw beads? Am I adding beads? Oh, there's all kinds of things. I don't know what I'm doing, Jennifer. But I want to add beads. I want to add crazy things to this. Okay? So there's a basic heart. And my inspiration tonight, there were a couple different things. I created some heart images on artificial intelligence. I play around with that a little bit too. Sometimes when I get ideas for painting, I let it help me fine tune them, and I get ideas, and then I decide, okay, well, there's one good idea. Now, what am I going to paint? But the other place I got inspiration from for this particular little project was one of my favorite all-time artists and crafters is a woman named Donna Dewberry, and she teaches how to paint in what's called the one-stroke style, which years ago I was very, very fortunate, and I got to go to one of her classes and I'm gonna flip this painting around, I might get a little crazy on you, and become one of her certified instructors, which was super fun. And so she put out a really pretty painting this week with some hearts and flowers. So that kind of inspired me as well. So a lot of different inspiration, and it's Valentine's week. Of course, we're all gonna be inspired by hearts and flowers and Lord knows what else. Let me see if I can do something like this up here. Let's see. What do I want to do? Oh, I should have done. I'm going to paint right over that for a minute. Don't mind me. I kind of go with the flow here. If I do something that I wasn't so thrilled with, I just go over it. It's acrylic. You can do whatever you want. It's creative time. You get to do whatever you want. There's no right. There's no wrong. The only thing that's wrong is if you don't try something. Okay? So now, I'm going to clean my brush up a little bit. Try to get a little more pure white on there. Do I know what I'm doing? No, you guys know me. It's chaos. I grab everything and I go for it. As Sarah used to say, fearlessly crafting. That's what I'm doing. All right, let me see if I can make some sense of this now. How do I want this to go? I think I want this to go like this, and then down like this. And I'm just gonna make like suggestion sort of here of like a rose. Notice I say suggestion. I'm not going like all realistic on you here. Just putting some colors in here. And then little swirls around here. And let's see, what else? Oh, I gotta put a green leaf in here. I gotta have latte, people. Gotta have latte. I don't know if I can do this in an hour. Let's see what happens. I do have the dryer though. So by having that dryer, there's a good chance we can pull this off, okay? So as I was thinking of just painting this cute little canvas and putting some cute little glitter on it or something like that, all of a sudden I thought, we've been resining all week. I've got some resin floating around here. Let me see what I can do with that. So, surprise, I took the resin out too. So I got resin, Jen, I got beads, I got resin, I got paint, I don't know what else is floating around here. Brushes. I should have done some wild background stuff, but you know, you can only do so much in an hour. But here we go. Let me see, I'm gonna put a little dark green on here. We need to do like some kind of, I don't know. Let's do like a big leaf over here. And the kind of the way you see me painting is a little bit like the old one-stroke painting where I put a couple of colors on my brush and just sort of go for it with those couple colors. And then sometimes I kind of go over what I do because I want to add other color. And then I just smush my brush back and forth. I don't love that as much as I should. Maybe I liked it better before. I don't know. And then I'm going to put a couple of little leaves down here with a little bit of green, a little bit of white. Just some little stuff down here. Just so this poor flower's not out here all by itself.
So
do we have a comment on there, Lester?
Yeah, Jackie says put Noodle's paw print in the middle of that heart.
Put Noodle's what? Oh, that would be so cute. Who said that?
Jackie Roberts.
Hi, Jackie Roberts.
And then,
groomer extraordinaire. We should show her work. Jackie groomed Noodles this week, and Noodles went out on a little social date last night, and everybody loved her little haircut. So just saying, these things happen.
and Jennifer Cochran says, any hints on the next class at the pub?
Jennifer, tell us what you want, because here's what's happening. Everybody, not everybody, but many people that came in and picked up their project the other night, all were chatting that they wanted another resin project almost exactly like what we did, because they wanted a companion piece to what they did in class the other night. So anybody that's not local with us, we did this really fun resin and dried flower class, and the creativity in there was amazing. So Jen, tell us what you want. The other idea I had was some, I have some barn quilt, craft barn quilts that we were gonna do. We could always do just a painting also. I try to vary what we do. So I don't know, tell us what you'd like and we'll listen. Did I miss any other comments, Lester? Noodles paw print, I saw that, Jackie. That might be fun. I might think about that, Jackie.
Doreen said it was so much fun.
Who said that?
Doreen.
Oh, Doreen, are you on? Hi, I didn't see you come on. Hi, Doreen. And Doreen did a beautiful bluebird, and Jennifer, yours was a hummingbird, wasn't it? Jennifer, I think, did the hummingbird. Yeah, the work that people did, I can't tell you how stunning it was. All right, so you see me just kind of going nuts here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just having fun. And this is what Friday nights are for, or my Friday night. I love to play, and I don't do it all the time. I don't worry if I go over an edge. I'll come back with my red in a minute. But I just wanted to come on tonight, play with the paint, put some color down, see what we end up with. Let me get a little long brush here and I make some little lines on my leaves.
So Tammy says you'd like to see some more resin, but for spring and summer.
That's Tammy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And there's something about the resin. It's magical when you do it. It's kind of addictive. When I was setting up for this week's class, I needed to sort of reorganize the resin, and I pulled it out and I had it all over my house. And it was the most awesome thing to have all the colors out together. And I just wish I could just leave it out like that all the time. Because I would make more projects. But I saved myself a few canvases from that last class, so I'm gonna play.
And then Cindy said you should move the PA.
Who's Cindy?
Yeah.
Cindy's actually, Cindy and I are cousins. I don't know what number, third, fourth, fifth, whatever. But Cindy and I are cousins. Cindy, I think you need to travel here and like come and have a cousin's craft retreat, because we have some other very crafty cousins as well.
And Doreen says she's doing resin right now.
Doreen, you're doing resin. Oh my God, we can't wait to see it. I hope you can share. Don't ever hesitate to post a little picture in here for us to share. All right, let me say, I gotta kind of move along here if I'm gonna get some resin. And of course, Jennifer mentioned beads. Now Jennifer, and anyone else, at the craft class, at the resin class the other day, I did have a bunch of beads over on the counter, over on the big pool table, and I told everybody, go over there in case you want some sprinkles. But I think sometimes things happen so fast and we get so involved in our project, we're kind of like, we forget we should do more. Or we love what we have, and so we just kind of stop where we are because we're afraid to mess it up. And so that's what happens when you do more projects. You can experiment more and more. Hey, Cindy, funny that you said come to Pennsylvania, because last year, or the year before, I can't remember when it was, Lester and I were on our way to Florida, or not on our way yet, but we were planning a trip to Florida, and I have a lot of friends there. I lived there for 20 years, so we go every so often and visit everyone. And as we were planning that trip, my friends were like, can you do a paint party? Can you please do a paint party for us? And I was like, well, maybe. And so I actually packed a ton of stuff, and we ended up having a 30-person paint party at a friend's condo association building in Florida. And it was crazy. Lester and I had all the stuff packed in the back of the car, or back of the truck. Thank God we took the truck. But it was awesome. Any other comments for me, Lester, since you're here? And if you don't want to stay, Lester, you don't have to.
I know.
Hi, so.
Cindy said you make it look so effortlessly.
Well, you know what that is? I'll be honest with you. That is the Donna Dewberry one-stroke method. Once you learn it and you play around with it, it really becomes easy to have fun and play. And I'm just trying to get some little, I don't know what's on here. Because I have paint on my brush, I have paint on my palette. I want to make sure everything can stand out a little bit on here. And then we're going to dry it up. Let's see, maybe one or two more little flowers, and then we'll move on to something else. Let's see, we'll get a little red, I think a little white. And I'm going to go over here. I'm going to turn my canvas. I always turn my canvas around when I paint because there's a weird spatial thing, and some people can paint in any direction. I can't. I have to turn mine. I also, for small canvases, I rarely use an easel. I just like the leverage of my canvas down on the table. I am not very steady with my brushes. And so I almost always just have my canvas down. I've done a couple really big canvases, and when you do a really big canvas, you do sort of need to have a bigger easel to be able to reach everywhere. But generally, I don't. Okay, so, I just dipped my brush into my coffee. I guess that means I need a drink of coffee. Okay, so let me see where we are here and what I want to do. I like that little flower. I think I'm going to do another one over here. Just kind of floating. My brush had a little bit of blue on it. I'm just going with it because it's kind of fun. Oh, let me get up here and make sure you can see. Okay. Let me see. Looks like, what's funny is I can't see everything. Oh, there's Doreen saying hi. More resin, but for spring and summer. I'm reading. I think Lester read some of these already. Yeah, let me check down the bottom here. Jennifer, something about, wait a minute, let me back up. Mother-in-law will be with us in April. All right, April should be big because I'm going to be gone some of March, so then I probably will have a number of booked parties for April. So, so you want resin with your mom? Okay, I'll make sure we do a resin in April for sure. That'll be fun. Okay, let's put some little color in here. And a little bit of this green in here and in here. A little more line in there. And then, I don't know. I just feel like it needs a little something, but I'm not sure what. Maybe some little leaves up here. Let me get my little leaf brush. And then I'm moving on. People. To what? I'm not 100% sure, but moving on. Okay, we need some little baby leaves up here. Little babies. Just some little baby leaves floating around in the wind. This is my floating around in the wind painting. And for some reason, odd numbers always look good. So I put those little odd numbers in there. Wasn't thrilled with the way that looked with that brush. So I'm gonna get another one, get some more green. And like, I'm not mixing up all these colors. I just kind of put them on my brush. Now, I have some craziness coming through on my phone. If we get disconnected, but it looks like we're still live. So I was worried that I realized I probably needed to shut my phone off. So let me make sure that we're still live. And I think we are. I think we're good. And you see me playing with brushes because I keep trying to do little leaves with different brushes, and then I don't like the brush I'm using, so I switch it up. But I just wanted a little more accent on these guys. And I don't know, I'm just being like kind of free tonight. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing, just kind of doing. And actually, I'm really having fun. So, let me see. Doreen, she wasn't able to post a picture on the live site. Yeah, but Doreen, don't hesitate to send it and we'll make sure we share it with the group. Okay, now you're gonna see me cheat again. Well, maybe I won't cheat. Maybe I'll use my brush. I was gonna say that I was gonna cheat and use one of my markers, but I actually like my brush lines better than my marker lines. So I'm gonna make a few lines to make this really stand out a little bit more. I want that heart to stand out. I'm gonna do that. And then I might stop on the heart. Let's see, maybe we'll put a little one in here. I love accents. I always think, oh, don't do any more. Then I do some more and I'm like, oh, I like that. So, there. Liking it. Don't love this thing in the middle, but I'm just gonna go with it. Cause it's Friday night fun. I'm not gonna drive myself nuts. I'm just going with it. Put a few more little whites in here. Put a few little whites in my leaves. I don't know if they'll show when we're done, but right now it feels right. So that's what I'm doing.
Just so you know, Wendy's looking.
I saw Wendy. I think I just saw Wendy. Hi, Wendy. Thank you. Wendy, are you back local with us now? You were traveling last week. We missed you. And make this little guy stand out a little more. Okay. I think I'm gonna stop there. I think, I don't know if Jackie's still here, but Jackie, I think that I'm wimping out on the jog paw. On this one. Maybe on another one, because I like that idea. But I think I'm gonna leave this one like this. I'm gonna give it a quick dry. Let me make sure, I think it's in the right space still. I'll check that in a minute. I might have moved this. I hope I didn't. Let me look up here and see what I see. I think we're good. Okay, I'm gonna turn the dryer on, so you're gonna hear the dryer again. Bear with me. I'll have coffee while I'm drying. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I'm just going to stop here with this because it's just meant to be like a fun, cute little painting. And so I'm drying as much as I possibly can because I want to jump in and toss some resin on this and some glass and see what happens. And I know that resin does not take kindly to moisture. So I'm giving it a good dry, that was hot. Good dry with the heat gun. You know, as I said, chaos. I aimed the heat gun at my hand. What did I think was gonna happen? Seriously. Okay, so I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna actually dry from the back as well. And later I'll clean up the back of this. But I'm not going to do that right now because I want to see it done. Okay, just making sure it's as dry as I can get it. And I didn't put very thick paint on here knowing I was coming with resin because acrylic paint dries from the outside in. So if I made my paint thick, it would never dry and the resin would never cure. So, I'm gonna shut this off, see what we think. Any new questions or comments for me? Let's see. Remember, I'm giving a prize tonight, and I'm going to draw the prize from anybody who comments. So the more you comment and share and ask questions, the more chances you have to win a prize. All right, so we're going to kind of stop there, except one thing I thought I'm going to do. I thought I was done. Sorry, not. I am going to use this marker because I want to make a few little lines. I don't like them. I should have used my paintbrush. Oh well, that's what happens when you're creative and you don't really have a plan. You sometimes do things you don't want to do. Anyway, these are paint markers. Paint markers are awesome, but I like my paintbrush better, quite honestly. Okay, so there's my paint marker. That'll take a second to dry. Let me give it a shot. Then we're gonna get glass and whatever else I find over here. I got all kinds of craziness. I just wanna make sure that paint marker's dry. That doesn't look too bad on screen, but I do wish that I had used my paintbrush instead of the paint marker. Oh well, oh well, next time. All right, now you can't see it, I don't think, but all around me here, I've got glass. So I saw this blue, so I'm gonna sprinkle a little blue glass, I think. Now, you know me, I do these kind of things. I put it on, I take it off, I put it on, I take it off. So I don't know what's gonna happen here. I just want there to be some fun sparkle. And even as I do that, I'm thinking, I don't know if that's right. So I'm taking it off, putting it back in its jar. And the reason I took it off is because I thought, maybe I want the heart to show up more than the stuff on the outside. So I've got some red glass here. So I think I'm gonna put some red in here, kind of in a curve on this heart. And any glass that is transparent, as you see me do this, because you could have solid glass and you have transparent glass, but anything that is transparent will become a little bit more transparent with the resin on it. And as I do this, if anybody has ideas, don't be shy. Give those ideas. Okay, so I got a little red in there. Let's see. I just want it to be, I don't want to overtake the painting, but I want it to be somehow cool and different. So I do, Jen, you saw some red beads here. You saw some blue and pink beads, probably out here. I've got all kinds of stuff. And so some of these little beads, they're very hard to keep in place as you do resin. So sometimes I add them after I put the resin on. So what do we think about that? Any ideas for me? Let me get this out of my way.
Let me give you a couple of comments here.
Yeah, let's see. Jennifer, love the coloring, Wendy. Doreen, looking forward to the next painting class that you do. Oh, thanks, Doreen. You can't even draw a stick, and then you came to my painting class and you're excited about painting. I guarantee you, if I do a painting class, everybody can get pretty close to my painting, okay? Oh, Doreen, that's so nice that more people want to join you. Wendy would have been there, she escaped. Oh, your Pomsky escaped. Oh my gosh, that freaks us out when Noodles escapes. He hates car rides. Yeah, Noodles used to be a really good car rider, but after the couple trips back and forth to Alaska, I don't know, she's not so thrilled about him anymore. And for those of you who don't know, Lester and I lived in Alaska before we moved here. So we went back and forth a bunch of times. And of course, Noodles came with us. And current kitty did not come with us, but our previous kitty did. Okay, I got some clear there. Let me just see if I have any smaller clear. I thought I had this little bag of small clear over here. Let me look. Oh, maybe this. Let me look at this. Nope, don't like that. Don't mind me talking as I grab things here. Or mind me doing it. I don't know. I'm annoying. I know. I can't help it. I do. When I stand up, I kind of like this. I don't know how it looks on camera. It's hard to tell. I wonder if I put my bright light on, if it looks better or worse. Let me see. I got this little bag of small. Oh, I'm going to use this. I like this better. Okay. So this is a little bit chunkier. So I'm going to put that back in its little jar. And I'm going to put some of this out here because this is a little bit smaller. Put some of this out here. I just see a little. Whoop, I think I got a little overkill there. Take a little of that off. Okay. Smoosh that around. And you see, I design with my fingers. I have a stick over here. I'm gonna let my stick help me a little bit. I hope I'm not blocking all the fun for you. But anyway, put some of this. I'm gonna put this right over that color. I'm gonna see how that comes out. Because, you know, I don't know. As I said in my post, never did this before. All right, so now, what do you think? Any more glass, or should I let it go?
Something around the rose.
What was that?
Something around the rose.
Something around the rose. Okay. Maybe some pink. I got a little pink here. Oh, you know what? I got this pale pink here. Let's oh, never mind. Just put that flat down because I'm liable to knock it down. Okay, so I got two pinks. This one is a brighter pink. And this one, I think I'm gonna go with this lighter pink. Okay, I'm gonna take this off. There's one piece. I don't like the way it looks on there. I like it to end right where my paint ended. I'm gonna use this up on the rose, and I'm just gonna kind of randomly place some of these in the curve. Curves. I don't know. What else? Yeah, whoever told me to put some up there, I think you're right. It just needed something.
Yeah, Tammy said it needed some sparkle.
Who said that?
Tammy.
Candy?
Tammy.
Most of this group that's online tonight was out with us last week when we did resin. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
All right, what do you think? A little more? A little less? It's going to be interesting to see how that, how this shows up. I have no idea.
Viola said it needs some green on there too.
I know. You know what? I wonder if I didn't bring any green in here, to be honest with you. I don't think I have any green in here. Because I wasn't thinking leaves. I was thinking hearts and flowers and whatever. So we might have to forego the green unless you think I should run for it. What do you think? Should I run for green? What do they say? Let's see. I got these little... Oh, you know what I have? I know. I got it. Maybe we can use... We'll sprinkle some of these. Maybe these. We'll sprinkle some of these on the... Are you okay with that? Sprinkle some of these? Or you want to... You want me to run for green? All right. While you're discussing that or deciding what I'm doing, I am going to take my painting and I'm going to prop it up. So I'm getting ready for some wild resin action here. Okay. So we got that. And the reason I'm propping it up, I want that resin, if I spill it over the edge, I want it to drip down on here. Okay, and I'm going to neaten up here because I want that curve of the heart. So I'm going to make sure I have that. Okay. All right, did we determine if I need to run?
No,
I think
you got about 4 people saying green.
green, these run for the green. Is that what they think?
They said send Lester after the green.
He'll never find it. I'm going to run. Lester, can you entertain them for a minute?
I can talk to him.
All right, Lester, just talk to them for a minute. I'm going to run to the garage. Bear with me. Or let me look over here. I need some random green out there. No green there. Let's see. Got a green here, no green there. Of course there's no green. I'm running, people. I'm running.
She's slipping. She didn't bring green in here with her. So she has to run to the garage. She's got so much stuff out in the garage, I don't know where anything's at out there anymore. I would have probably told her to put purple on the green flowers, but that's just me. Well, that's nice of you, Patty. Patty says, tell everyone about your book that you wrote. I wrote 3 different crime books.
I'm coming.
Cheryl said, she's coming. I hear her in the background.
Whatever I got. I grabbed the first 2 I could find.
Hi, Viola.
All right, I'm back. Here we go. Let me move my paint out of the way. Oh, this will work, I think. This one looks a little dark.
I'm looking forward to seeing Wendy.
Oh no! Look what I just did.
What?
I just splattered green all over.
Oh, and it looks pretty too.
Did they say that?
No, I said no.
Well, you know what? It might have to stay pretty because I don't know if I can get it off and not mess up everything else. Oh no. This is what happens when you're chaotic. Like me. Lester, will you hand me one of those clean brush sticking up? The one sticking up. Yep. Thank you. Good thing Lester stayed.
I was going to go write some more music.
He was going to go write more songs. All right. Well, we got a little green in there now. Not as planned. Trying to get some off over here. All right. Let me see. All right, not too bad. I didn't ruin it. Okay, so I like this green I have
Tammy said that's good enough.
What was that?
Tammy said that's good
Yeah,
enough.
I'm just going to put a little on here. I don't know if I love it. I like my... All right, I might nix your idea. I don't know if I love this. I'll just put a few. Maybe a few, like, veins in the leaf, because I like that leaf showing. But whatever, here it is. What do you think? What do you think there? Are we liking it?
I don't think you can eat it.
It's hard for me to decide. All right. A couple over here, a couple over here. I think we might be good. I don't want to overpower the cute little painting, but I just wanted a little sparkle in there. And then I'm going to use those, I'm going to sprinkle with some of those beads later too. All right, I'm going to start mixing resin. Otherwise, we'll be here till midnight with our experiment. I'm going to move my stuff out of my way so if I ruin anything, it won't be a catastrophe. Oh, thanks you guys for helping. I'm so glad I put the pink on the rose. I like that. Okay, get this stuff out of the way. I got resin A, I got resin B. I got a mixing cup over here. Okay. Doreen, not crazy about the green. Somebody's passing the Washington Monument? What in the world are you even talking about?
Wendy's passing it.
Wendy, are you driving?
Yeah.
How did somehow I thought you were back here and the dog escaped here.
No.
Oh my God, the dog escaped somewhere else? I would have had a heart attack. Okay, I'm picking a few of these greens off. I don't mind a few, but I don't want a ton.
Tammy says do clear glass on the leaves.
Yeah, sure. Now you say that, Tammy. That might be a really good idea. I hate it when you have good ideas when I'm ready to mix my resin. Yeah, it is a really good idea. That might be really cool when that shines through with the resin, because this will completely transform when we add the resin, and we have no idea what it will transform to, whether we're gonna love it. Most of the time we don't hate it. Resin and glass usually make things look fabulous. More fabulous. All right, I gotta quit soon. Otherwise we're not gonna have time to resin. But this is fun. If you're having fun, say something. Tell us you're having fun.
I'm having fun.
Lester says he's having fun. I find that hard to believe. He is very helpful, but I'm not sure he really enjoys all of it.
But then again, I like falling out of trees.
He said, I don't know if you heard him. He said, you know, one of those southern sayings he has. Then again, I like falling out of trees. Okay, what do you think? And we may add some more sprinkles as we go. All right, I'm gonna mix the resin.
Tisha said the clear looks good. Looks neat.
I like it. I like it, I like it. It's gonna be fun. All right, I got my bee resin opened up. Let me move my painting up a little bit. I don't know if you can still see it. In a minute, tell me if you can still see that. I'm hoping you can see me mix the resin in a minute. I know you're delayed a little bit from me, but I'm pouring my resin in, scraping it out of my container. And then I'm gonna pour my A resin into here.
Tammy says, this girl is having flamingo fun.
Is she?
Yeah.
I am too, Tammy. And part of it is because you're here. That's what makes this fun. Tell your friends, don't hesitate. It's free. I randomly I'm trying to make myself come on every Friday. And if I can't be here, I'm trying to post a video. And, wait, let me set my timer. Hey Siri, hey Siri, set timer for 3 minutes. Okay, here we go. So I just mix.
Doreen says she's having fun too.
Oh, thanks, Doreen.
When you called me stupid.
What?
Yeah.
I give him a hard time too, a lot. And then he writes me Valentine songs. It's crazy and I feel guilty. And what do I do for him? I got him cupcakes. I didn't even make the cupcakes. And you know me, Queen of Confections, I ordered cupcakes. And then I ate one with my coffee.
But they're good.
I know. I would have kept the secret until tomorrow. But since Lester revealed the song Valentine, I felt obliged to pass on the Valentine cupcakes, which is kind of a nice Friday treat. Look at me messing around here still. I am pitiful. I could spend weeks designing and 5 minutes on the resin. Okay, I gotta keep mixing. So we have 3 minutes. During my 3 minutes, 3 minutes of resin heaven, and then we'll just pour it on here. I've poured resin on a couple of canvases. I've never done it live, so we'll see what we end up with here. It should be fun, and I think we'll have to find some way to add some of those sprinkles in here. One thing I did not do, I'm looking into my resin cup if you don't see it, that's why I have it in front of me. One thing I did not do is I should have warmed up my resin. And I don't know if you guys are aware that I do that at the pub when we meet up at a local pub who is closed on Tuesday nights, but they open just for us. That's the pub in Jamestown, Tennessee. The most amazing people, just loving, kind, community-minded people that own it. And so they open up for craft nights on Tuesday nights, just for us, on the second Tuesday of every month. And so I put the resin over in front of their heater. And the minute we get in there, they crank up that heater over where I put the resin. So we're actually warming the resin while we're working on our projects. And it just helps it flow nicely. Now, when you're working on a little small amount like I have here, it doesn't really make as much difference. But for this particular resin, ideal temperature is up into, between 70 and 80. And our house is not that warm, but it seems to work fine in here. I've done it on a bunch of different projects in the house, and it comes out fine. So, all right, so my watch just beeped, and I start with my resin at my 3 minutes, and because I talk and I teach and I do whatever, I mix for a couple extra seconds. I'm gonna get my brush out of the way now. When I pour this resin on, I'm gonna pour over my glass first, and then I'll try to drag it over the canvas. And when you do resin on something, you see me pouring? Oh, let me make sure they can see. Can they see, Lester?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Thank you for being here, Lester, to help me. And I don't go crazy and pour too much. See me drizzling it? Because resin is like lava, and it is gonna keep moving until it is dry. And if you don't see it moving at the top, there's a good chance it's moving underneath there somewhere. So when I go over this glass, oh, I'm loving how that sparkled up right there. So as I put this on here, it's coming out around the edges, and I don't want it to go all running over. But what I do want to do is make sure that I get resin over every piece of glass. And I know I'm doing that when that glass starts to shine up, okay? So I go over all of my, whoops, I got a little crazy right there. You see that big spot? That's not a good thing.
Yeah.
But we'll work it out one way or another. Okay, and go here over this glass. And resin is self-leveling, so it is gonna, like I said, it is gonna keep moving, okay? And so I wanna get it over that glass first and let it start to settle and move and ooze out all around there. And now I'll put a little more over the rose and let it start to move around a little bit more. I'll go over to the edge of my rose. This leaf got quite a bit, and it is a little closer to the edges, so I'll put a little more on there, but again, not go crazy. And same over here. All right, now I'm gonna go from the center, and I'm gonna begin to fill in from the center. I probably don't have to tell you all this, but I figure you're watching, I'll let you see what I'm doing. And again, I don't want to put too much. I'm going to go a little bit close to the edges over here, but not a lot, because I know it's still going to be moving, and I'm going to try really hard to keep it on top of the canvas and not all down the side edges. It just makes it easier not to have it all gloppy all over the edges. So I'll move it toward the edges in a couple of minutes, but I don't want to have it all gloppy toward the edges in the beginning. Okay, we'll go over here. I don't know, what are you thinking? Comment away. Patty Martin, I see you come on. Welcome, thank you.
She said the resin looks pretty.
We just are so addicted to this resin.
Wendy said it's starting to sparkle.
As we said, it's magical. All right, now I'm gonna wipe my resin off. I still have a good amount in there, and I only had a couple of ounces in here. And I'm gonna work very carefully to begin to fill in. First, make sure that my heart is filled in, but that's a really thick amount of resin on there, I can tell. And I know I do not need that much in there. So I'm dragging some of that out toward my edges, but I'm trying not to disturb my glass because I like the placement we had of the glass. If I move it, I bump it back in. I feel like the clear glass disappeared a little bit. Now I'm gonna use the back of the edge of my stick to kind of swirl it in where I see that it's not shiny. And here I'm gonna swirl around closer to the edge, get some up to my edge. But some people, it's personal preference for most folks if you like resin on the edge of your canvas, but it is very difficult to control once it goes over the edge. So that's why I choose for my pieces, no resin on the edge of my canvas. And actually, Jennifer, you just made me, or talking like this made me think of your question about your mom coming and resin for your mom. I actually have like a hydrangea and canvas project, sort of the method that I'm doing this one, not exactly, but kind of this method. And that might be a really fun March project. Okay, now I'm gonna turn on a bright light. I'm not sure how it's gonna impact your visual. I'll look at that in a minute, but I need this bright light to help me figure out how and where to move my resin. So just bear with it while I do that. Maybe I should have turned that on earlier. Okay, I can see that this flower does not have resin all around it. And one of the mistakes I made is I have my, my paper that I usually move weighted down, and I can't slide this whole thing. And I don't want to move it too much right now with the glass and the resin on there. Because I said earlier, I'm one of those people who like to be able to move my project as I paint. And I'm hearing a little noise over in my living room or on my dining room floor or whatever. My cat's up to something. Okay, now I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna really move my head all around here. And I see a spot over here with no resin. And there's lots of things you have to be aware of with certain paints and resin, certain colors. White has chemicals in it. Notice almost all of my white I mixed with some kind of color. Resin doesn't like white, so I'm hoping that all works out okay. All right, so now as I look at this, I feel like it needs to be amped up a little bit. I'm not sure with what yet, but I've got resin on there. My edges are still looking good. I'm gonna move my light over here. So far, I don't think I'm dripping, but I think I'm gonna grab, let's see. I've got pink. I think I like this pink. Wendy, let's do this next time. I like that comment. Sprinkles, Tisha, I'm going for it. Sprinkles. I'm putting some of these. These are just like some beads that I bought at Hobby Lobby. And I'm gonna sprinkle them up in here. Okay, they're disappearing also, so I might choose, I'm gonna even them up a little bit here. And of course, the more you put on here, the more pressure it's gonna put on your resin. So there's a good chance that the way I did my resin, it's gonna be rolling over the edges soon. So I'm gonna grab this other pink, because those just disappeared into the resin. What the real purpose of this is additional texture, because if you put your resin thick, and I ended up kind of thick, I should have been thinner, but I ended up kind of thick. What time is it? Oh, we're past 8 o'clock, huh? Let me see. Yep, we're over my 8 o'clock. I'm breaking rules, breaking my own rules. Oh well, if you have to go, I understand, but I'll just stay live till I finish up. It's up to you. Stay, go, whatever. I'll be here. Okay, and the other thing is, I never even put my gloves on. Don't do resin without gloves. It's not smart. And, you know, guess who did that? So there's some pink. I like that a little better. It just kind of shows up a little bit. I'll put those in. I think I'm going to put some blue sprinkles out in here. I don't know if I should do glass or sprinkles. I like these sprinkles with the green in. I don't know. I'm going for it, people. Okay. Do we still have a few people on with us, Lester?
Wendy says, we're here on Cheryl's time.
I know. I just invite you into...
David says she don't care. Keep going.
In the crazy craft room. I don't know if I love this, but I can't really change it now. Sorry. Sorry, people. Yeah, I'm not sure I love these over here. They were a little too greeny. Maybe I'll pick out the little green ones. Because I like the blue ones. I just don't like the green ones.
Trial and error.
What was that?
Trial and error.
Trial, yep, that's my life. Chaos, you know it. But fun chaos. But this is how I learned to do things for us to do together. I'm going to pick out these little green ones. So I got my tweezers. These are not really resin tweezers, but they're what I had. And so I grabbed them. I wasn't planning on this, and so whatever. I've got alcohol wipes here somewhere, and so alcohol is what I clean up from resin with. So I got these alcohol wipes, and I'm going to clean those off because I don't want to ruin these. These are really meant to be used with my dried flowers. Oh, dried flowers. That's a good idea too. I could have put dried flowers on here. That would have been cool. All right, let me see. I'm going to get a couple more little blue beads for right there. All right, anybody have any commentary? What are we saying? Don't forget, there's a prize, but I have to go offline and do the prize, so you'll have to wait for that to be posted. But I'm giving away a prize tonight, and only people who comment are eligible for the prize.
That's everyone. Everyone.
That's good. The more you comment, the more chances you have to win a prize. I feel like
Winner,
it's kind of fun. What do we think? Viola. Hi, Viola. Let me see. Should we do anything else? Doreen, home by yourself tonight. I'm sitting here eating popcorn. Oh, I wish I had popcorn, but it's hard to eat popcorn and do resin. That I can assure you. And this little green spot in here is driving me crazy, so I'm going to try to get rid of it. Okay? I might have to sacrifice these tweezers because I had the little accident with the green. And I don't want that in there. All right, so when you do resin, you also have like a few minutes to play around. And now, speaking of sprinkles.
Doreen made a suggestion. How about a little something in the yellow center of the little flower?
I think that's a fabulous idea, Doreen. I have these little iridescent beads. I don't even know if you can see them. They're so tiny. Let me see. Are those under my camera? Yeah, they're like... they're actually smaller than seed beads, and I'm kind of dropping them in here because I like them, and I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm sprinkling, and this is very fun.
Looks like rocks.
Sorry I'm taking your whole Friday night, but, you know, it's just fun. Fun Friday. Flamingo Fridays. That's what it's all about. Crazy people getting together. Well, I'm probably the only crazy one, but whatever. And I wonder if I don't think I have any actual yellow. Oh, how about a couple, you think a little gold maybe? Gold, I don't know if I want to introduce gold, but maybe a couple of gold in the center of those flowers. Let me see what other colors. I've got the pink. That's this. This is red. I don't want red. What do we got over here? Green, teal. I'm just looking around. I just grabbed a bunch of colors when I,
Put that gold in the center flower.
yeah, that's what I'm going to try. If I hate it, you know, I kind of already sacrificed the tweezers, so. All right, any other comments for me? Put a couple little golds in there. It might be fun. I don't know what they'll look like in the end, but whatever. They're there now. I mean, how fun was this? I think you could sort of tell that
By the way, your cord is in
that
the way.
I was having fun.
Your cord's in the way.
Is it in this? Oh, my cord's in the screen. Hold that thought. I'll move that. Let me get these little beads back in here. There's one saving grace about our crazy cat. He has not eaten the beads. I don't know if that'll change as he gets older and he'll start stealing my beads and glass, but we've been lucky so far. He is being mean to my dog, but otherwise he's good. All right, I kind of think we're done. What do you guys think?
It's all right.
What do they think? Anybody have any ideas? Anything that this piece cannot live
Tammy
without?
said it was the ugliest thing she's ever seen.
Who said that?
Tammy, and then Doreen says, put it in the garbage. I'm just kidding, you guys. I'm kidding.
Okay, so I think it looks perfect. Thank you, Wendy. Wendy's my supporter for sure. Wendy, I can't keep up with your whereabouts, though. Patty thinks it's beautiful. All right, so I'm going to leave that there for a few minutes.
No more fiddling.
And I'll remind you that after I hit the finish button, when I hit the finish button, at that time, I will go back. I have to wait for it to like process or whatever magic the computer does. And then I will count up all the comments and I'll number them and I'll draw a number and somebody will get some happy mail from me and I'll go back on here. I don't know if it'll be later tonight or tomorrow and I'll post and announce who was the winner. And then I'll probably need your address if I don't already have it to send you some happy mail. All right, that was fun. I might add a few more little beads, a few more little sprinkles. I'm liking it. I'm not sure how well you can see it. I'm going to take the camera down. I'm going to try not to disconnect, but I just want to be able to show you kind of close up how some of these look. And I don't know if you can see those little beads. I like the little clear beads that are a little bit iridescent in there. So I might add a few more of those because they're just kind of fun. You can still see the color of the painting through it, but I like it. This was really fun. And I would not have done this if it wasn't for you guys. Oh, hi, Darlene. I didn't see you on there earlier. So again, this is our Flamingo Friday. Everyone is welcome. No rules, no right, no wrong, just crafts, confections, or chaos, or any combination of those three. So thanks to my inspirations tonight. Thanks to all of you who came and hung out with me tonight. And watch Fentress Flamingo business page for in the next 24 hours. I will announce who was our winner, and you will get some happy mail from me. And thanks to Lester for helping me out. Oh, I'll post Lester's beautiful Valentine song too. He really did write a beautiful song for me. So thanks everyone. Have a wonderful Friday and a happy, happy Valentine's Day. Love you all. Bye-bye.